Hello and welcome to Produce at Home. My name's Dave. If you're here to hear me talk about some awesome music, then you're very welcome. If you're an aspiring musician or a production artist, or you're learning mastering, that kind of stuff, and you're just starting out and you want to learn some things, then you're also in the right place and you're very welcome to be here. That's what this channel's all about. So today, lucky you, we have been given another masterclass, and this masterclass is coming from Tears for Fears, who are very good. If you listen to any Tears for Fears song, they're all very, very well put together. But this one in particular, Woman in Chains, if you listen to this, and as in detailed listening, not just the song, if you listen to this song, what you will get from Tears for Fears here is a lesson in awesome mixing techniques and songwriting and structure. But the main thing that you will get is how to use panning. I set that up and I've got to admit it was funnier in my head. I'll just put that down there. So the art of panning in a stereo track, obviously you pan certain instruments from left to right, right to left, keep bass in the middle, bass drum in the middle, backing vocals, pan them left and right. So if you listen to this one track alone, you'll get all this in abundance. So have a really good listen to this track and listen in particular to the panning in this track. All right, so let's get into it and have a listen to Tears for Fears, Woman in Chains. Okay, here we go. Tears for Fears, Woman in Chains. So there we go. Actually, that 13 seconds there is all you need in this masterclass from Tears for Fears. Everything you need to know about panning is in that 13 seconds or less. So this is like a bit of an analogy. I've just looked at the screen and seen a boxer on there. I was going to say it's like a Tyson fight. It's all over in 10 seconds. You can get everything you need from that. So you listen to where the hi-hats are. They're over here in my right ear. Have I got these on the right way around? So I've got my hi-hats over here and they spread out over here as well. And you can hear those snares or those toms, I think they're snares, they're bouncing around left and right, and you've got the bass notes coming right up the middle. So let's just start that again. I do dribble on a bit and I'm really sorry, but let's try that again. How awesome is that? When you've got a pair of headphones on or a good set of monitors and you crank that up a bit, you hear every single detail to every single instrument on there. It's absolutely fantastic. Wow, what a start. It really sets the whole song up, this start does. So it comes in nice and quiet, nice and slow, and just washes itself into this beautiful verse that's about to happen. So it's all about the soundstage here at the start, and it's setting you up for a grand finale, this song is, which it delivers on in spades, absolute spades in this tune. So thinking about the soundstage, just imagine, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just imagine you're sitting in front of a stage and you're watching Tears for Fears on the stage, and you can see the bass guitarist there in the middle with the singer, so you get them coming up through the middle when you're listening in headphones. But if you look at the drummer, he's got his hi-hats on the one side, he's got tom-toms that go from left to right, and then you might have some strings over there, some of this over there, some of that over there, the garage bit over there, and it's all represented perfectly in this one track. You get every gap of that soundstage filled up with little bits, and it's awesome. You better love loving, you better behave. You better love loving and you better behave. Woman in chains, woman in chains. Wow. So the reason you do all that panning is to get things out of the way. Obviously, it sounds great in headphones, stereo. Oh, it's brilliant. But one of the reasons you do that in mixing is also to get things out of the way, those frequencies out of the way, so that when your lead singer comes in, you can shoot him up through the middle and hopefully nothing's clashing with it. And that's exactly what's happened here. You can hear the lead singer just driving up through the middle, and the only other things that are in the middle are what should be there, which are the bass drum and what else did he have in there? Maybe the snare. I don't think I've heard the snare yet, but that should be off to the side a little bit. But yeah, it's all designed to let the lead singer come through the middle. Just tell me to shut up. I'll carry on. Wow. I totally forgot about this. Yeah, these guys surprise every time I hear this track. It surprises me and I find something new. So I hope you're interested in this stuff. I really do. I mean, it's a brilliant track. Go away and listen to it and support Tears for Fears with all your might and the channels they're on, because they deserve it. So Tears for Fears have got a guest here. They've got a guest singer, and they want to treat her right and make sure she's represented fully as best as humanly possible. And you can hear what they've done with her already beautiful voice. I can hear it through here anyway. What they've done is they've got a vocal going up the middle where it should be, but even the echo on her voice, the delay, is in the left and the right. It's not in the middle. It's just here, and it's not covering a voice. So they've even got the delay out the way so you can just hear her voice singing. Absolutely brilliant. And there's a tiny bit of reverb there. What they've also done is, I could go on for hours about this stuff, but I won't. They've also brightened her up just a tad. So you've got, I really struggle with names, so I can't remember the names, but you've got the male singer starting, sounds beautiful and crisp. But then when she sings, she's just that little bit brighter by the sounds of it. There's a little bit more high end and air on her voice, which really lifts that female vocal up. It's absolutely beautiful. It really is. But you listen to the difference between her recording and the male recording, so female to male. There's just a tiny bit of a difference in the brightness of it. Great. Well, I feel lying and waiting is a poor man's deal. A poor man's deal. And I feel hopelessly weighed down by your eyes of steel. Your eyes of steel. Well, it's a world gone crazy, keeps woman in chains. Wow, this track, just from the first second of this track, it is a build-up. This track just builds and builds and builds for 6.5 minutes, until you get that thump at the end. And I could hear those little, there's little wooden blocks there in my right ear, and then the rhythm guitar just coming in on the left ear. So it's slowly and subliminally, if you're not listening for that stuff, you're just listening to the track as a whole, it's actually building up in your mind without you really knowing it. But if you detail listen to these tracks that I'm showing you on this channel, and I'll teach you how to detail listen as we go through other videos. But if you can pick out all this stuff, and then when you rewind it and go back and listen to it as a whole, you have a totally new experience with the music. And those are some good steps to take if you like music as much as I do. I'm sorry, I have to keep pausing this. I don't know if you caught that, but there was very, very slight backing vocals there. And they were so quiet you can barely hear them, but they was very wide in left and right and slightly delayed from each other, so they're super wide. And it's just an undercurrent to push that vocal a bit more forwards. And I think, if I can remember right, I haven't listened to this for a bit, that those backing vocals will get bigger and bigger and bigger, as will the guitars and the drums and everything else. But that was the first instance of the backing coming in. Interesting to hear. Wow, I cannot wait to finish this video, rewind this back, crank my gear up and just sit with my eyes shut and listen to this from start to finish, because it is blindingly good. It is so good. Why don't people make songs like this anymore? Yes, it's difficult, but don't take the easy way out. Do what these guys did. They must have spent months on this. But did you hear the backing? So the male backing was coming in here on the right ear, and then there was some more backing with a slight filter on it that came in on the left. So again, building up ever so slightly. Fantastic. What a voice he's got. Man, he's got a good voice. Those synth strings coming in there, just in the background again, just a little bit, and they was getting a little bit louder every time they played a note. And it's all building up to this first, this epic piece of music right here where it all comes together. Well, I feel deep in your bones, time can't heal it, and I feel somebody somewhere is trying to breathe. We know what I mean. It's a world gone crazy, keeps woman in chains. It's under my skin, but out of my hand. Wow. Big build up to that piece there, and you would think that's it, but it's not, as you probably know. Later on, it absolutely packs a punch. This tune does. What a great tune. The bass is good as well. So the bass line that's being played there is really nice, and he knows when to just stop playing and to just step back and let the song do the talking. And if you remember me talking about she's a little more brighter and delayed and separation, all that kind of stuff than the male vocalist. You listen to them doing this duet and you'll see exactly what I mean. His voice, even though they're singing together, his voice is slightly underneath the lady, and that's how it should be. So let me just back that a little bit so you can hear that duet. You'll hear her sitting on top of his voice.
It's under my skin, but out of my hands. I'll tear it apart, but I won't understand. Will not accept the greatness of man. Woman in chains.
One crazy keeps woman in chains.
Wow, it's bloody good, isn't it? So we get the final build up here. Brilliant build up, brilliant song, and when it hits that, it doesn't just hit this ending here. It actually changes key. It goes up a key. Absolutely brilliant. The only thing I'm disappointed about, and they know more about this than me, obviously, I'm disappointed about the crash cymbals on the drum. I wanted them to be louder, and I was just listening to the drummer there, and I can hear everything he's doing, and I can hear the crash cymbals, but I just can't hear that punch in the crash, and that's a real shame. But it's a decision they made. It's still an epic song. It's great, isn't it? It really is great. Sorry, I was just listening to the drummer again there. He's a great drummer, but I think they just missed the mark there on the punch that drummer can give. It's there in the middle of the song, but here, I just want that to hit a bit harder. But yeah, what a marvellous song. Well, there you go. Maybe I just need to listen to it a lot louder to get those crash cymbals. I'll do that in about 2 minutes after this video's finished. So that's Tears for Fears, Woman in Chains, another masterclass from an absolutely master artist, Tears for Fears, as a group. They're absolutely awesome. If you listen to most of their stuff, it's all either as good or better than that. It really is. I really do like Tears for Fears, and I always have done, to be honest, when I first heard them. So well done, Tears for Fears. That was Woman in Chains. If you did enjoy this and you think I deserve your sub, I would really appreciate that. But I will see you in the next vid. Oh, let me know in the comments if you want me to react to anything. The more obscure, the better. Maybe something I've never heard before, which is millions of tracks. All right, I hope you learnt something. I did from listening to that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.